Careers change. Sometimes they take a turn for the worse. Sometimes they can be a good thing. A blessing in disguise. If you're like me, a little bit of both, I would say. Being made redundant is tough. Staying motivated is a big challenge. I've been in the advertising industry now for 20 years, and in that time, I've been made redundant on a couple of occasions. It's been down to like outsourcing, downsizing, merging. I've heard and had them all. When it recently happened to me again, I spent a lot of energy on the first few months to really get back on the horse and find a new role as quickly as possible. Did online job searches, reached out to people in my network. Then after about 4 months, I had a bit of a burnout. Nothing had changed. I hadn't done anything creative in months, but probably what I should have done at the very beginning was just switch off. Finding ways to be positive and refocus is important, to me at least. You got to keep yourself motivated. You got to keep yourself going to keep yourself sharp. And in a creative industry like mine, things don't stop because you do. I needed to find that center. So one day I just started walking in the morning. Just to walk, to de-stress, enjoy a good start to the day, plug in the headphones, block out the world, see where it takes me. And it was while I was on one of these walks, I kind of thought, if I can't get to the creative work, perhaps the creative work can get to me. Challenge myself, keep the mind active. I came across a local gardening service business one day and I felt this would make a great creative branding exercise. I felt the business could do with a little updating. Maybe a logo facelift, a look at the color palette. So I thought, hey, let me try and see what I can do here. Now, the first thing I did when I got back was to reach for my sketchbook. I wanted to get started as quick as possible while it was still fresh in my mind. But then I took a step back, visited their website, tried to get some understanding of who they are, understand their value, just get some basic context before I started any more design work. I really want to sketch more. I found that I'm doing it less and less. I'm not Da Vinci, but I enjoy sketching when I do. My goal here was to KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I worked on some initial ideas, but didn't want to spend too much time on it. This was just something that I wanted to keep me motivated, keep the brain ticking over. Once I was happy with my ideas, I took them into my computer and started to explore a little bit further. I did some iterations, some evolutions. I looked at the colors, the typeface, but I didn't want to change things too much too soon. And I kept having to remind myself that this was just a creative exercise. After a couple of days, I landed on a rebrand that I was kind of happy with. Then I decided to look at applying the logo to a company van. I mean, that's how I came across them in the first place. After that, I thought about applying it to company uniforms. And once I was done with that, I decided why not go and design the website as well, or at least the landing page. Give it the facelift I felt it needed. Wasn't quite finished there. I then decided to build the website landing page too. I jumped into another software. I wanted to see how the design would hold up. Proof of concept, you might say. And considering the whole thing was created in a couple of days, I'll give myself a pat on the back. Now, if you like a bit more of a breakdown of my process, let me know, and I'm happy to create a more in-depth video. So what did this process do for me? Well, it hasn't got me a new role, and that's not really why I did it. But it was really good to do something for myself again. It removed a lot of self-doubt that had been creeping in this year. It's probably given me a case study project I can add to my portfolio at some point, once I flesh out the details. Importantly, It reminded me I shouldn't wait or depend on powers that be to kickstart that motivational journey. I shouldn't dwell on second guessing myself. And the opportunities is there if I choose to make it happen. I think it's time for another walk.